Yeah. You know what it is, man. We got a special guest, and we multi-streaming on the guest platform too. This is gonna be an interesting show. We got the homie Myron Gaines. We got Big Brandon Carter. We're gonna talk about women, war. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try not to get canceled, but I can't make no promises because we got Myron here. Let's start the show. Yeah. Welcome to another episode of the Victory Talk Podcast. You know what it is. I'm your host, Brandon Carter. This is the show where we only talk about how to build your money, muscle, and mindset. All right. Yo, we got a special guest today. I'm introducing him in a minute, but man, I'm super excited about what we got going on today. First of all, before we get into the special guests, right? I want to let y'all know that I'm doing a live training tomorrow where I'm gonna show you how to grow your online fitness business. It's gonna be free. All right. My guest, he was one of my students back in the day, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna show you how to grow your online fitness business too. It's 100% free. Just click the link in the description, pin comment, all that shit. First link, we probably gonna put it in the comments and pin it, you know. First thing is gonna be free. I'm gonna give you all the sauce, everything, answer your questions. And I'm not even going to sell you anything after. I know you've been on thinking, I ain't going to sell you, but you're going to ask me to buy something. That's how good I am. That's how good I am. I'm not going to sell you anything. You're going to ask me to buy it. And I'm going to say no. It's that kind of party. All right. Click the link in the description. We got one sponsor. There's one sponsor today. We've been working on this for a long time. There's a product that we're putting out. We've been working on this with a group of Iranian scientists. They're 2 weeks away from just 2 weeks away from having this ready. This thought repellent. Thought repellent is the easy to apply spray that keeps the hose away. See, here's the thing, guys. When you guys start making a lot of money, all right, you start getting in shape, building your mindset, becoming more resilient. There's going to be a lot of women who are going to be into you. You won't be like, how do I rizz up girls? How do I get girls? Nah, man, the real G's, they're like, man, there's too many girls. How to keep all these hoes away from me? No más chicas. No más chicas, por favor, para mí. Right? That's why we developed thought repellent. So it only affects the DNA of hoes, sluts, skanks, skeezers, Jezebel, scallywags, and hood rats. And bitches with like purple hair, you know, neck tattoo hoes. Right? It keep them away from you. But a good woman, good church going women or mosque going women. My man Nima, my video guy, he from Iran. He Iranian. He Iranian. He spearheaded this, you know. It's gonna come out. Good women, they're gonna smell you and they'll be like, oh, you smell delicious. But thoughts, man, they might go into a seizure or something if they're around you. All right. So check this out. This is gonna be available in about 2 weeks. We're 2 weeks away from having this available. We've been enriching the formula for the past 2 weeks. And but the thing is, we need your help, guys. Right? Because we wanted to crowdfund this. I could have went to some venture capitalists, some angel investors, but I said, man, let's go to the people and get this, man. So all your super chats go towards development of thought repellent, so we can get this out to the mass market, man. And right now, I'm the only one with the prototype. All right. So all your super chats are gonna go towards that. Yo, man, listen, guys, we got a bunch of super chats we're gonna get into, man. But first, man, I want to introduce my guests. You know, there's a lot of words I can use to describe my guests today. I could say pioneer, you know, I could say, you know, revolutionary. I could say some people might consider him controversial, right? Super intelligent is a word I would use as well. Hard working. I've known this brother since 2017, 2018. The homie Myron Gaines. Let's go, man.
Hey, man. Thank you for having me on, bro.
What's going on, man? Great to have it's been great to be here, man. You also streaming it to a lot of your audience as well, man. That's awesome.
I want to make sure that my people know who you are too, because I talk a lot about, leaving the rat race and how I started it, and you were a critical component to that.
Yeah.
So
thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Of course, man. We were discussing this earlier. There's a very strange habit in the social media world where people get big and they don't remember who put them there in the first place, or who gave them an opportunity or help them when there was some bullshit. So, I'm really big on always making sure that you don't lose connection with the people that were there with you before you became a somebody.
Yeah.
Because at least without a shadow of a doubt, they were there for you, right?
Yeah.
Versus people later on. So
yeah, man. Because what it was, I met him when he was working for the government.
Yes.
Right. And then you said you wanted to be an online trainer.
Yep.
And then how long did it take you to start making money?
Oh, dude, after I started working with you, few weeks, I was already getting clients in and stuff like that.
Yeah, so it was like quick. No following back then.
I had less than 1,000 followers.
Come on, man.
I remember.
Come on, man. And how much were you making at your peak?
40, 50,000 on my peak. And
a month?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At that peak. And then I would say averaging around, because I did it for about a year before it was before the Fresh and Fit stuff. All that, I did it for about a year, but that's what gave me the money to just begin the Fresh and Fit stuff on a strong footing with good cameras, good lighting, and studio.
Yeah.
So that was critical for me to launch the podcast in the best position.
Yeah.
Versus, let me just scrap all this little money I got together and start a podcast.
Put out some bullshit with a webcam.
Exactly. So I was able to, I had the privilege of having that gig and my government job, combine those two incomes, and I was able to save up that money and then start the podcast off right with good cameras, good lighting, good sound. Yeah. And then it was able to, obviously expedite and it's good timing, because now podcasts are very competitive. When we started in 2020, it was kind of whatever. It's kind of,
it was almost weird to have a podcast.
It was weird. Yeah. But with the pandemic and the explosion of social media and the popularity of it, now you're competing with news networks, right? Yeah. You people aren't just watching your stuff to watch your stuff. They're watching your stuff over Fox News. They're watching your stuff over ABC. Yeah. A bunch of the people that watch me, they're like, oh yeah, I watch the news through you now. I don't even watch it by myself. So sometimes we'll play mainstream media and then I'll pause it and be like, okay guys, this is what's really going on. I'm not telling you. Yeah. A perfect example of that was the conflict that happened last month with Iran and Israel. Right. So there was so much damn misinformation in that conflict for obvious reasons. We can get into that later if you want, but yeah, man, it's the point blank is having that gig helped me out with starting off properly.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Appreciate that, man.
To see.
So I'm forever in gratitude to you, man.
Hey, man, listen. For me, it's just when you started working together, and then we started hanging out, we became cool, and I wouldn't have guessed. You know what I'm saying? That you would be as big as you're gonna be, man. Yeah. But you never know who's gonna blow up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's really been a joy to watch. You know what I'm saying? Watching y'all do what y'all.
I know you're one of the few people when you see me win, you actually are happy to see. Because most people don't want to see you win, bro.
See you win,
know. Yeah. So I know with you, it's always been genuine where you want me to win, because we're all human. We have our vested interest, right? It makes you look good, makes us look good. But at least I can say you genuinely want us to win. Versus in YouTube, people are crabs in a bucket mentality.
Bro, I see some of the shit you go through with some of your contemporaries, and it's odd, For me, I want my friends to succeed, because one, it's just cool. It's cool if all your friends are doing well.
Yeah.
Helps you out. Yeah, you got a stronger network. It's almost, it's like an alliance, right? It doesn't help like if you think about it countries, it doesn't help a country so much to be fucking cool with a country that has no advantages or no resources, right? Yeah. But if your friends are strong, Jay-Z said on the song "Feeling It" off his debut album, if every nigger in your clique is rich, your clique is rugged, no one could fall because everyone could be each other's crutches. You know what I'm saying? So it's I always feel like it's almost even another safety net. If I look at my friends,
it was Reasonable Doubt, right?
Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah, his first album. Yep. That's my favorite is Feeling It.
That's the song.
That's my favorite. Yeah.
It's off that. Yeah. And so I don't know. I'm just proud of y'all, man, and what y'all have accomplished. And it's dope that I was able to play a role. I don't want to take credit, because you would have winners are gonna win.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I was in a position.
Yeah, no,
to help facilitate that.
Make it faster. Yeah,
that's what's absolutely up. And Yeah, if y'all want to learn how to grow your online fitness business the way Myron did, there's a link in the description. I'm doing a live training tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sign up for that. It's free. But yo, how did it feel once you got canceled? Because I remember you were on the verge of getting canceled, maybe like the whole time you've been online, on the verge of it. But when you kind of got canceled, the way I think it happened like right after the homie Tate got canceled. And what was it like?
So which platform? I've been canceled multiple times.
You got canceled off YouTube first, right?
Yeah. So we're still on YouTube. Like I'm streaming there right now, but we got demonetized.
Right.
So when you get demonetized, basically you can't earn AdSense revenue. You can't get super chats. They basically like make it where you can only post on there, but you make no money, right? Which for most YouTubers, that's like a death sentence because most YouTubers that do it full time rely on AdSense. Yeah. So for us, that was a big blow at the time.
Because y'all were doing really well.
Yeah. We were, bro. We were.
I don't know if you mind. You don't have to.
I could.
How much would you make in
I'm totally transparent with money. So we were earning on YouTube a month easily somewhere between $100,000 to $200,000 a month.
Oh, just off AdSense.
Just like off AdSense, super chats. That's combining everything. And that's me combining Fresh and Fit clips.
Oh yeah.
At the time, it was like my true crime channel.
Yeah.
And then like I think Fresh is CEO. So like we're earning somewhere in that range between, if you combine all of them,
that's amazing, bro.
If you combine all of them, like 150 to 2. Yeah. But yeah, so and the way it works is when they demonetize you, they take you off of monetization for all your channels. Oh, they don't just demonetize you on the main joint, they demonetize you everywhere, because what YouTube does is they demonetize the entire creator.
Wow.
So like I'm over here with a true crime channel that has nothing to do with bimbos or geopolitics, and they were demonetizing that. So obviously that forced us to become really resourceful to find other ways to make money. But luckily we had been with Rumble. We had already started a relationship with Rumble, so we were able to just focus on prioritizing that. Because I'll be honest, like, and this is why people don't understand how important Fresh is. Fresh kind of saw where things were going, and he said, yo, we need to lock something in with Rumble, because you never know what can happen when it comes to YouTube, bro. Like, you can just have the wrong purple-haired feminist watching your video, and they say, oh yeah, just turn them off. And the thing with them is, like, if for anyone that's ever dealt with YouTube or worked with them, they're extremely nebulous in their community guidelines and with giving you feedback or whatever. Like, you might get a strike, or you might get banned, and they won't tell you exactly why. They'll just give you some bullshit and kind of leave you there. So it's very difficult for creators to figure out how to avoid getting in that situation, or if you do get in that situation, how to course correct. It's like, it's damn near like it's incentivized for them to just keep you punished. So that forced us to be innovative and find other ways, and that's kind of where Rumble came in. Locals, he spearheaded that on the side for sure.
Shout out to Fresh,
man. As much as people talk shit about him, without him, we probably wouldn't still be doing the pod, to be honest with you.
Come on, man, that's crazy. Fresh is my man. Like I be seeing him like around, like that's the homie, man. Cool dude.
So yeah, that was critical. So and he never gets enough credit for that. So I always, anytime I get an opportunity to say that, I definitely will.
Yo, that's awesome. That's a stand-up dude, man, right here. Appreciate that's a dude with morals and principles. It's a lot. Some guys will want to take hate, bro. He gets a lot of hate, and it's like, it's almost like, because I know y'all like personally. Like I had never talked to Fresh about this in particular, but I feel like he like leans into it. Like, he would never say what you just said about himself.
No, he won't.
You know what I'm saying?
No, he won't.
He would never give himself props. It's almost like he leans into the character that they're hating on. No,
he won't. Yeah, he won't do it. Like, so sometimes I got to speak on behalf, and it's kind of a shame because a lot of people don't see all the moves he makes behind the scenes. And then people say, oh, well, okay, let him stay behind the scenes. Why did you got to be on the mic, bro? Nigga earned the right to be on the fucking mic. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, who cares what you think? Like, he actually like put in serious work to be there. So who are you to tell him, like, we just don't want you on the mic? Like, nigga, you didn't put the work in.
Nah, I think y'all's dynamic is why is part of why it works personally.
Yeah.
It's kind of like,
it allows me to be more extreme too, to be honest with you. If I'm going to be all the way honest, it allows me to be a lot more honest with where I stand on certain topics.
You're not as old as me, right? I'm 42. But you remember Public Enemy?
Oh yeah.
They were like they were very controversial, in their day. But they had, so Chuck D was the rapper. He was more like you, and Fresh was more like Flavor Flav.
Yeah, I don't mean lightening the tone. No, I see what you mean.
But he's like, it balanced them out.
Yeah,
because if it was just Chuck D, they wouldn't have been as popular, because it wouldn't have
reached the masses.
Too fucking serious.
It wouldn't have reached the masses because because another thing I'll tell you about, like, when you're like a controversial guy, is unfortunately you can't beat the media's reporting on you a lot of the time. So what ends up happening is you might not even get an opportunity. I can't tell you how many times I've done a pod with somebody that doesn't that they thought they hated me, and then they listen to me speak and they're like, oh, wow, okay, that's actually a very nuanced and measured stance. I didn't know that. But it's because they believed all the other bullshit. So, but I got lucky where I was able to get in front of them. But who knows, if you're too extreme, some people won't even allow you the opportunity to explain your position. Because they'll just buy all the other bullshit. So you definitely need that ice and, that fire and ice.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that, man. Because, if even sometimes when I hear you talk, you're my boy, right? I was like, man, I remember once I was thinking, man, if I didn't know this motherfucker, I don't know if I would, you know what I'm saying? But because I know the nuance, I know who you are as a person. So like, if I just see a clip, it's not going to sway my opinion of you. But if I only saw a clip.
Yes. And that's where we are nowadays. Like, people aren't really sitting there trying to listen to your monologue. You got, maybe if you're fucking lucky, 10 to 20 seconds. Right. And that's why TikTok has exploded in popularity. Hell, it's the reason why Instagram TikTok revolutionized content creation. They changed it. Because when TikTok came out, they did short form content. And not only did they do short form content, they did the short form content that was like, you can go viral easily. So that forced Instagram to release reels.
And YouTube to do shorts.
Yes. So people forget that, like, prior to TikTok blowing up in 2020, there was no such thing as fucking YouTube shorts and Instagram reels. Man. That was literally a direct response to TikTok's explosion. And bro,
I got a million subscribers, and if you go back, my highest long form video got like 10 million views, right? But I got way more. I got a few of those on shorts that are only like a year old. Some about shorts, they go crazy. So they changed the game because they scroll
perfect, and they scroll too. Like, people are so used to scrolling from TikTok, so YouTube and Instagram have kind of replicated that again on their platforms.
And y'all taking advantage of that because y'all have do y'all have TikTok?
Oh, we got banned.
You got banned,
but that's one of the platforms that banned us right away in 2020. Because we blew up and then they shut us down immediately. But the good thing is, since we make content that's so viral, a lot of people repost our shit. And the way I know that is because people come up to you and say, oh yeah, you're the TikTok guy, right? I'm like, bro, I haven't been on TikTok in 5 years. But that's a good thing then. That means that they're clearly seeing me over there. So that was that's one of the good things.
That's what's up, man. I want to talk to you about a few different subjects.
Sure.
I want to talk about Iran. I got an Iranian video guy. He's pushing all the buttons. He's straight from Iran. Man. You know what I'm saying? Sand Asia, what we call it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He's Sand Asian. People don't know that's on the continent of Asia. Anyway, and that's not derogatory. That's just descriptive. And also, but you started off with the game. Like, that was your main thing. That's why you were. I remember on Instagram you were Unplugged Fit.
Yes.
Because it was like the unplugged shit that came from like the Rolo type.
Yes. Basically, rejecting mainstream narratives and searching for truth on your own and taking the red pill and a lot of topics.
The red pill, Unplugged, yeah. So obviously you're still red pill,
yes,
but
but I've like expanded that critical mindset to other endeavors. First, it started with the fitness, using certain, optimizing for the reality, counting your macros, being in the gym, training consistently, this evidence-based stuff. Then it was with women. Then now we're getting into the political sphere where I'm applying that same red lens to geopolitics. Yeah.
So you've done how many episodes of Fresh Friend, do you know? With the ones with women? Over 1,000?
Bro, we've been going, because the thing is we've never taken off more than 2 weeks. And even if we have taken a week off or two, like say we're like traveling or something, we're still posting clips. So dude, thousands
episode and with women. What is give me the five things you learned about women.
Sure.
By interviewing thousands of them
over
the years.
I think we're almost at 4,000 now. So some of the top ones that like come to mind right now is solipsism, right? So, and when I say solipsism, that's basically like the practice of you believe the world revolves around you, right? So they don't really, and another thing I say all the time that people think is controversial, I'm convinced that women lack empathy. And then people get mad at me when I say that, and they say, well, that's not true because women are more nurturing. But what they don't understand is that I'm not saying women aren't sympathetic. They can feel sorry for you, but they're never going to understand your problems, right? And be able to actually be in a position to help you because we live in such different life paths almost. Because like as a woman, you know, a 21-year-old woman that's attractive or average even is going to have significantly more opportunity than a 21-year-old man that's extremely good looking. Oh yeah, it's not even close. So
yeah, they're gonna see the world differently.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
And since they get praised all the time, right? It allows them to. It almost allows their solipsism to go even further because it's like then you add in social media, you add in the internet, you add in dating apps, etc. And what ends up happening is you take this female nature that women already had, which made them hypergamous and naturally selfish, which is a good thing, and I'll talk about that here in a second. And you add on social media, all this other stuff, then it's like putting fucking kerosene on the fire. Now, the reason why women are solipsistic in the first place and inherently narcissists, right, is because they carry the next lineage of human being. So they have to be selfish and solipsistic and look at the world as my needs need to come first, and I don't give a fuck about anybody else because it's a survival mechanism for their kids.
So so it sounds like you're saying it's not a flaw, it's a feature.
Yes. And people always bypass when I explain this, that it's actually a feature for them to survive because, you know, up until modernity, women didn't really have the ability to protect themselves or fend off predators. So they had to have more of a spidey sense to avoid conflict altogether. So a lot of guys get butthurt on how women mate select, but that's really what it comes down to, even in modern times with safety. So the solipsism. The other thing as well is another big one, which kind of ties into the solipsism. If I make a general statement, right, they will attribute whatever I say to them. So for example, if I say women are lazy because they don't have the proclivity to go out and earn because it doesn't affect their sexual market value, thus they can choose to go to school or not. Women will sit there and say, well, not all women. Or they'll say, that's not true. Or they'll say, or most importantly, they'll say, that's not true of me. That's not me. And again, this is something that is almost exclusive only when I talk to women. If I'm, you know, sitting around a table with like you and some other guys, and we're like, yeah, bro, most of these motherfuckers are retarded. No one's going to bat an eye. No one's going to sit there and say, well, I'm not retarded, right? We're just going to accept it and say, okay, he's speaking in generalities. You know, everyone understands this. But when you speak in generalities to women, they feel the need to bring up the statistically insignificant minority. And it's actually incredible how they do this. And we've interviewed girls from all different types of backgrounds, genders.
I was on there once and y'all had some girls with like genders, with the degrees.
Yes, bro.
Like, because I used to think, man, how can they only find the dumbest bitches in Miami? Bro. But then there was some girls with degrees, and I was like, oh, okay.
We brought PhDs, master's degrees, because people think that, because you've been on a couple of panels, people think like it's all just OFOs. No, bro, we got a lot of chicks in there that are career women.
But the OFOs make the clips.
Yes, the OFOs always make the clips.
Yeah, because they come in there with the titties out and all this and talking crazy, pulling guns out.
Yeah, exactly, pretty much. So the thing is that no matter the education level, no matter the background, like most of the time they shit, where was I going with this? It was
generalized. They can't look at averages.
Yes. Everything you say they attribute to themselves.
Yeah.
Even the higher IQ girls. It's nuts. So I don't know if that's another defense mechanism, but I guess you could say that's like a addendum to the solipsism. Like they generally are solipsistic and narcissistic, and then that's a way that they display it. What else is another one? They're fucking delusional. That's another one. So so one was solipsism. Yeah. Two is delusion. So the delusion, I think, stems from the social media, right? Yeah. I think women are almost always fairly delusional to a degree because they love the Disney fairy tales. They love the novels, right? Men watch porn, women read romance novels. So in order for you to be sexually stimulated by romance novels, that means you need to have a vivid imagination. Yeah. My girl says guys fall in love with their eyes, girls fall in love with their ears, you know, or maybe in your case, just the word. Yeah. Same thing. Or when they read these books, that's why they overwhelmingly read these books. So their imagination is huge. So with them, it's a completely different game between like how we're aroused by something and versus how they're aroused. By something. What else?
When you say delusional,
standards are too damn high for what they bring to the table.
Yeah. And I, you know, I understand that. And I think it's like, not to sound like a bitch, but I think it's because they don't understand the difference between if they fuck like a certain guy.
That was gonna be my number 3.
Yeah,
that was gonna be my number 3.
Because I fuck some crazy looking chicks, you know, like if they catch me at the right time.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the reasons I stopped drinking.
Yeah.
long time ago. You know, is that my girl's in the other room type. But it's like, you know, that was one of the reasons I stopped drinking, man. You know, the fucking you get a few Heinekens in you, man. Bitches start looking better.
That's number 3. So this inability, so like this inability to discern sexual attraction versus relationship attraction.
Yeah.
They're really bad at doing that. They think just because I have options of higher status men, from a sexual perspective, that also is attributed to me having marriage options in men and of higher status guys. And that's a big fucking L. And it's actually incredible how that's another thing that like whether high IQ or low IQ, they fail to realize.
Yeah, man. It's like if I accidentally got one of these, we used to call them night fighters. Like, bitches you ain't want people to see you with. You know what I mean? Sneak them into your dorm room or something, you know? And pulling bitches out the hallway in the dorm room.
Yep.
And then
you don't walk them out like none of that shit.
No, like shit. What the fuck? Or like you know the type of bitch like you fuck her and then you bust, you like
you get that post nut clarity.
Soon as the clarity. Post muff tyranny.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I'm like, oh shit, I must have been horny as fuck.
Yeah. You snap back to your senses and you're like, wait, what the fuck?
Back to reality, man.
Bro, if more guys can have that moment of clarity all the time,
man,
bro, women will be obsolete, bro.
Yo,
bro, no porn industry, no nothing, bro. Half these bitches.
There's a lot of
very powerful thing. That's why you only experience it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Because you walk around with that much clarity, man. Now you got it's like the limitless pill.
Well, that's another thing too. Since we're on this topic, I guess this is a teaching moment for men. I need men to understand that women operate with that all the time. That post-nut clarity that we have for that 5 minutes,
because they don't have.
This is how women walk around day to day.
Is that they only have 10% of the testosterone of a normal man.
There you go.
You know,
see, and I didn't even know about that stuff. So
on average, 10%.
So that makes perfect sense because with women, people always wonder, why are they so picky? Why are they so selective? Why are they so annoying and standoffish? It's because they got post-nut clarity all the time.
Yeah, they're not as horny as us. Like the bitches can get horny, right?
Of course.
But they're not as horny as us on average because they just don't have as much testosterone.
Yes. The thing with 10%. Women, when people say, oh, well, women love sex too. Yeah, but they fail to realize that that's only with certain men. Women only get turned on and horny like that when a certain man is around versus for us, any woman around will help us. So that's one of the biggest differences as well that no one acknowledges.
Yeah. And it's so they have more clarity. They have post-nut clarity. Right.
Sorry, guys. Yeah,
no, it's all good, man. I fucking love animals.
Oh, you don't mind?
Okay. No, you can do whatever you want. But my girl, she's a little she can grow lamb.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Stay, buddy, stay.
But
sorry.
Yeah, so you know, it's funny, man. Like bitches would be like, why'd that guy cheat? And I'm like, oh.
that comes back to the empathy. Remember how I told you they lack empathy? Yeah. It comes back to that because they look at it like this is another one, another example of how they lack empathy. So I actually literally had this conversation yesterday with one of the girls because they're asking, why do men cheat? I was like, look, if you find your dream guy that checks all the boxes, are you going to want to fuck other dudes? No, I'm not. I'm like, okay, cool. Now, do you think if a guy has his dream girl, he's not going to want to fuck other girls? And then that's when it hits. They're like, oh yeah, he still is going to want other girls.
You never have to explain to a guy why he cheated. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even if he didn't want to, right? I always say like, you know, fucking anybody, fucking Barack Obama, anybody would cheat with the right girl says the right thing to the right guy at the right moment.
With the right risk level, like they'll do it, bro. So
that's why, like, if you don't want to cheat, like shit I do is like, I just, all right, make sure I'm never alone with a girl. You know what I'm saying?
You set yourself up, you put boundaries around it. So you just make sure it's a fail safe. That's kind of what I do too.
Yeah. You know, because you don't want to get into a situation where it's like, where anything you want to abstain from, you got to erect boundaries in between you.
Yeah, it's like a lot of people like won't keep junk food in their house.
Yeah,
because like that's just one less thing they got to deal with, and they don't have to waste discipline energy on that.
Yeah, that's what I do. Like I just don't buy none of the food that I don't want, and then after a while the cravings go away. So if you do something if you abstain for something for a long time, the cravings will go away.
Absolutely.
Right? Like if you didn't have sex for like a year, you wouldn't be fiending for it as much. It's like anything. If you stop smoking weed, you stop fiending for it. You stop smoking cigarettes, you stop fiending for it. So you know, it's just like you got to erect like barriers, you know, to if you don't want, if you like the guy, like, I don't want to
that's what I do. Like, so for me to avoid partying and shit like that and spending money like a dumbass, I purposely stream a long time, always working, etc. That keeps me away from doing all the bullshit. Because people ask me all the time, bro, how do you live in Miami and stay focused? Like, there's so many girls, right? And what, you know, I do, and I know you do this too, is like, I just like kind of put myself in a position where I'm not going to be in one of these vulnerable states where I'm going to be going to the club and seeing girls and, oh, there's alcohol here. You know, there's this car rally here with bitches. Like, I just remove myself from all that shit.
Yeah.
I just focus on work.
And, you know, and I think it's even more important now, right? Because once people know you got a certain amount of money, they know that you're successful with some of these women. Like, some of these women, you're a target.
Oh yeah,
like, look at Shannon Sharp.
They're predatory.
You know
yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I was just talking about that,
bro. You know what I'm saying? Shannon. Look at Shannon. You see guys like Shannon Sharp, who's Brian Johnson. Remember his? He got sued by his girl. Who was that? Oh, he's the fucking guy who's like he's looking like a.
That name sounds familiar. Bro.
It's that's because it's Liver King's name too. But but not. I'm talking about the other Brian Johnson, the one who's like doing weird shit. Like he wants to live forever. The Live Forever guy.
Oh, the white dude.
Yeah, the white dude.
Okay. Yeah. I know
his girl sued him. His ex.
Oh, yes, she did. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Said he was raping her and shit.
Yes.
Then she lost and had to pay.
Yeah.
You know, but
that's far and few between.
So think about that. Fucking Brian Johnson, Shannon Sharp, fucking
bro. It's a rite of passage at this time, bro. At this point. Literally, bro. If you're not getting a sexual assault allegation, like, are you even working, nigga? Like, at this point, like, are you even that guy? If you don't get like, it's gonna get. Oh shit, we're on YouTube, right?
Yeah, chill out.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I was like, wait, hold on.
But he's like, we want to.
But it's getting to that point. Like, are you even lit? Did you get accused yet? You didn't get accused? Oh, get the fuck out of here.
You got to choose your women wisely, and that's why I think like all this like player shit is getting dangerous. You know, because it's a new hustle. Instead of they used to just want to have your baby.
So check this out. So with the whole Shannon Sharp thing. So Candace Owens tweeted the other day and she said, I understand that marriage is just a no, how do I say this? It's not a benefit to men, right? She said she understands that. But which one presents less risk? Dealing with women and not having to dealing with women, as a single guy and having to worry about potential lawsuits later on when they don't get their way, or dealing with your wife who could take your money. And I was like, okay, this is actually a pretty good question.
She's making a good argument.
Yeah, but what I will say, and I don't like admitting this because I don't practice it, and I know you're not really into this either, but I think the best way to go about this, it depends on what your goal is. If your goal is to just get laid, the best way to go about this is to pay for it, bro. I hate at this point, bro, that is the best way to go about it. Now, I'm never going to do it, but if you want to mitigate risk, if you want to mitigate risk and avoid lawsuits and people like trying to destroy your livelihood and shit, then
you ain't never did it, man.
Nah, never, bro.
It's just like ordering pizza, man.
To this day, bro, I've never done it. But here's the thing, like obviously by not doing it, like, and I'm working all the time. Like, a lot of chicks aren't going to just show up to my place, so I lose opportunity, right? Because I'm like, I'm just like not willing to go out with these bitches no more, right? I used to do all that and go on multiple. Fuck that shit, it's lame. So if you're a higher status guy and you got some expendable income and you got some shit to lose, by far the best way is to go with the escort thing, right? Even though I don't condone it and I don't like it, but I understand it's the least dangerous way. Now, if you're going to get married, right? I think you got to ensure that you do it without the state involved. Yeah, and it's like ceremonial only.
So I know like a lot of fucking like rich dudes. Even back in New York, I knew a lot of the like hedge fund motherfuckers, like motherfuckers putting up big numbers, and they were into that shit, right? Like Wolf of Wall Street shit, they like super into that shit. And it's not like they couldn't get girls. It was just
it's two things. You mitigate risk while simultaneously making it easier to just get it done.
Yeah, it's like if that's your only recourse for sexual intercourse, I can see that being like super lame.
Yeah.
Right? But if you just don't, it's like, if you know how to cook, listen, Gordon Ramsay orders takeout.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Good. Okay. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Gordon, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He can do it.
He can't cook.
Yeah. He just doesn't want to deal with the fucking bullshit. Right?
It's
like going to the grocery store, picking up the shit up.
I gotta go to the grocery store. I gotta fucking chef this shit up.
Yeah. There ain't no cameras around. Don't make no sense. What the fuck? Because going back to what me and you've talked about before, I think we've actually mapped this out on an episode before. Cooking is literally retarded.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
When you do the numbers, I remember talking to you about this and Justin Waller.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. What's the magic number? If you make this much, you should stop cooking altogether.
I used to have that.
Yeah, you had an equation for it.
I had an equation for it, but it escapes me right now. But yeah, I mean, I think,
and it's actually a lot lower than you guys think.
Like $5K a month.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's not cooking, it's like just outsourcing
Yeah.
shit in your life.
Yeah.
So when I was like trying to come up, one of the things I did was I stopped doing as much domestic shit as possible because it was sucking up my time. I had multiple jobs and I was trying to build my business, you know. And
when you say domestic shit, you mean like chores and stuff
cleaning,
like that? Oh, gotcha. Okay,
going, laundry. Yeah. So I would call somebody. The first thing I did was laundry, right? I would call some because I was living in New York. I didn't have a laundry thing in my crib, right? Yeah. So you got to go to the laundromat.
This is unheard of to a lot of these guys. Yes, guys. In New York City, you got to go to fucking laundromats because these buildings are all old as hell.
And a lot of times it's in your building, but it's still like fuck that shit. Yeah. So what I would do is I would just call somebody. It was like this Asian place, Chinese place. A dude came, he picked it up, came and dropped it off that same day. Mm-hmm. Shit was fucking folded.
Yep.
Like, when I did laundry, how many pairs of underwear I folded?
None. Yeah, me either. I just thought I shouldn't have been.
But then I could work while I was doing that shit.
Yep.
So if you're making more than if you work during that time and you make more during that time than you spend, or is it a net positive? Yep. Then it's financially irresponsible not to do it.
And I guess it depends on who the person is, but I think for a lot of guys out there, outsourcing cooking will save you a lot of time.
Cooking, because now you don't have to go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
You don't have to put the groceries away. You don't have to cook. You're saving a ton of time.
Yep.
And when before I was with my girl, like she cooks now. We eat out a lot, right? But she'll cook and it's good. But when I was single, man, meal preps.
Yep.
Or just order Uber Eats. The meal preps, and it's like if you do the math, it's not that much more.
It's not.
It's like a little bit more, but it's all done for you.
If you're a producproductive guy, especially.
Yeah.
Like if you're a bum, then okay, bro. You're gonna need a cook to keep yourself preoccupied. But if you're a guy that like you're a go-getter and you're you know what you're doing, dude, it's way less than people think to outsource cooking.
I tell my students to track how many hours they work on their business every week. Right. And then we see how much they made every week. Then we get what their hourly rate.
Damn.
Right. So
that's the equation, bro.
Yeah.
That's
it's the hourly rate.
Yeah.
You had it with HCT, right?
Yep.
So it's like once you know what your hourly rate is, then anything you can pay to get done for less than your hourly rate, that means it's financially
sound.
Yeah, and it's almost financially irresponsible not to do it. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I take it to the next level. And, some people will say, "Oh, he's lazy. He doesn't cook clean." It's like, no. I do it so I can work more.
Yeah.
On the shit that will make me money.
Yeah.
Right. Cleaning the crib.
And that's how it goes
money.
in general. That's how people scale businesses. They hire employees so that they can focus on the main shit.
But think in your life, you can do it in your life. And even if you're an employee, some of this shit makes sense, because you can focus on your job, maybe be more productive, get the overtime or what have you. And I remember when the pandemic hit in New York, and New York was the first to shut down, so I couldn't get cleaning ladies or cooking motherfuckers. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I see another reason why these guys are getting married. These chicks is indentured servants.
Yep.
I get it now.
Yeah. But the Shannon Sharp thing was crazy. I mean, I don't know what he settled for, but this girl clearly had
something because she quit OF.
Yeah. So, and that was even worse. So she put the story out on Instagram to like really. Yeah. I mean, these bitches have no shame. But yeah, first it was like, I think he wanted to settle with her behind the scenes for 10.
Yeah.
Got greedy, nah. And then, she sued him for 50. And then I think somebody said like on the first day of court, her lawyer didn't show up or some shit.
Tony Biggsby.
Or some bullshit like that. And then they ended up settling before. But like, dude, the damage was done, bro.
Yeah.
Like it was
he had
done.
To take a leave from ESPN.
Bro. And you know what makes it even worse? I guarantee you she did it at that time because he was in the middle of like negotiating like some $100 million deal or some shit. She did it at the worst time, bro.
There was a baseball player who was I forget his name, but he was a Cy Young Award winner. Like he was negotiating a deal for like over $100 million.
Was this the picture that like the girl said she raped? I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
He got accused of that shit.
Yo, these women are evil, bro, because they're purposely doing that because they know that they're at a pivotal time.
Mm-hmm.
So Yeah, bro. This was a big L for the Me Too. Big W for the Me Too movement. So first Diddy got vindicated on the human trafficking shit. People are like, yes, Me Too is like dying, right? Because I'll be honest, bro, I was there for the trial for a lot of it.
Yeah,
I was there listening.
Oh, you was in New York?
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't tell you this.
Right. Because I saw some old lady. Some old black lady calling you names. I saw the clip.
Yeah, bro. So I was actually out there for like two weeks.
Trevor was the baseball player.
Bam. Man. Yep.
Nima pulled that up. Shout out to Nima.
I was out there for like 2 weeks, bro. Like I was there. I was there when they started the testimony.
Yeah.
So I was there for like the first 5 or 6 witnesses that they brought on the stand, and I was there for all of Cassie's testimony.
Oh, you saw the Punisher and all them motherfuckers.
Yeah, bro. Yo, I was there. I was like, we all were when he was giving his testimony, bro. It was fucking hilarious. Yeah, like we were all laughing, like because I remember the defense attorney said like, freezer meat. Why? Like, this dude got a book because he has erectile dysfunction. In pursuit of freezer meat. And I remember the one of the lawyers, the defense attorneys, wait, why did you title it like that? Because I teach men how to get meat so hard it's like the freezer, bro. I was like, I looked around, people were fucking laughing and shit. I was like, man, this is craziness. But yeah, no, I was there for 2 weeks. And to bring it back full circle with the Me Too shit, Cassie, on one end, right? Well, let me go all the way back here.
Cassie got 20 mil, right?
Yes, 30 actually.
30 mil.
And I'll talk about that here too. So when Cassie testified, right? When the government presented their case, because she's a government witness, she was like their star witness. So she gets on the stand and the government direct examines her. Right, which for people listening, like she's their witness, so they're asking her questions, etc., and they're showing text messages between her and Diddy. So the prosecution took the text message and showed like, oh, see, she didn't really want to do it like that. Then the defense comes in and cross-examines her, uses the same text threads. Well, here you're saying you are with it. Yeah, you're saying you can't wait to get the BBC or whatever the fuck it was, right? Yeah. So they were able to use the same, evidence to paint different narratives, right? And that's bad for the prosecution because all the defense has to do is create a little bit of reasonable doubt. Yeah. So then it gets worse where they're showing like, she claimed that Diddy like raped her, right? But then they find out like a month later she's having sex with Diddy, and then when she's having sex with him, her husband, who's her husband now, was trying to FaceTime her. So like the defense did a really good job of making the jury question if this was consensual or not, right? And then the fact that she got like a $20 million lawsuit, and then this also came out of court. She settled for $10 million with the Intercontinental Hotel, and she got the money days before the trial started. So Diddy's attorneys, and no one knew it at the time. So the woman that was cross-examining her is like, "Are you under any other? Do you have any other litigation going on right now?" She's like, "No." She's like, "Okay, is it not true that you just received $10 million days prior to this trial?" Bro, the thing was like I heard a bunch of people gasping in the courtroom, and she's on oath. She's under oath, so she has to tell the truth. She's like, yeah, and they're like, yeah. So how did you get in? She basically said that it wasn't like she didn't sue them, but I think she gave them like a demand, and they caved immediately. Wow. So she walked away from this shit with 30M, and then they made it look worse. They're like, okay, is it not true that you had a tour scheduled? Is it not true that because what the defense tried to do was to show that she had financial problems. So they're like, is it not true that you moved in with your parents back in New London? Yes, I did. Okay, why did you do that? Oh, well, we want to be closer to family, right? She kind of tried to stay away from the money. And then they're like, okay, well, is it not true that you had a tour set up and after you got the settlement, you canceled it? Yes, that's true. So they were able to kind of go in there and murk it up a little bit because that's the defense's job. The defense's job isn't to prove Diddy's innocent. The defense's job is to make you think he could be innocent. Yeah, because he got to be beyond a reasonable doubt. Yeah. That's wild, bro. Yeah. That's the Jay-Z album right there, full circle. The first album, Beyond a Reasonable Doubt. You want to answer some super chats? Yeah. Let's go, man. What we got? A woman's gonna read super chats. You cool with that? Yeah, okay. Sure. It's my girlfriend.
Jesus. All right, we have Stormy. Yo, Brandon, why would any high-value man wife up in 2025 when she can bounce, take half, and leave him paying alimony like a clown? Ain't that a scam?
Bro,
well, that's why I said you don't get the state involved. You only marriage from a ceremonial position. But then you still with a prenup. So so that's why so when people ask me this question, I tell them this: step one, go to a family lawyer in your state. Yeah, right. Figure out if you can go ahead and get married just at your mosque, your church, and make it your synagogue, whatever it is. to your fucking cow god if you're a G. I don't know. But like the point is like try to see if you can just marry ceremonially and that's it, and avoid the marriage certificates and all the paperwork and all that shit. And then another big one is to see what's the common law marriage rules. Like can they can you cohabitate with her without them like considering it a marriage? So you have to live separate. Yeah. Because a lot of states have that where it's like, well, we're not married officially, but we live together. So bam, now they look at you as a married couple.
Florida doesn't have that, but Texas does. Yeah.
So once people figure out all these like different things, then I think the goal is to navigate where you end up at the end result of it's a ceremonial only marriage. So that's I think the goal that people need to try to shoot for.
I told my girl, man, when we first started dating, I was just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? If I get married again, it's gonna be with a prenup. She said she was cool, man. So shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? What else we got?
What's the next one?
Yeah, she gonna bring it up.
We have 2G friends in GC constantly calling names. What do? He said he has no characters left, so he had to abbreviate the question.
Yeah, I'm at a loss, man. I don't know.
So his friends in the group chat constantly calling his names.
In the group chat.
What should he do?
I think you need a different group chat, man. He said he got a group chat of his friends and they making fun of him.
Well, I'll tell you this. You know why you ran out of characters? Because you only paid $2. You need to make more money, man. If you had made more money and not been a fucking broke, you could have wrote the whole thing out and we could have answered this better.
Now you getting roasted in
the chat. Bro. You deserve to get roasted in the chat, bro. Nigga said I ran out of characters. Bro, go donate more so you can write what you need to.
Yo, that's normal. What the fuck? Yo, like I'm in only one group chat.
Stop being a bum.
And we make fun of each other.
Yeah.
So it's like it's this normal guy shit, man. You be all right, homie.
Stop being a bitch.
You be all right.
What the hell?
What else we got?
Bro said I ran out of characters.
I didn't know there was a limit.
Yeah. So the way it works is, based on how little you or how much you send in, it allows you to write a longer
Oh shit! See,
he thought he was smart, bro. I know why you're fucking brokey. That's why you could have write what you. Nigga had to use abbreviations and shit, man. Nigga rigged the fucking super chat.
He get roasted in every chat he go to, man.
Yeah, man. You deserve to get made fun of. I ran out of characters. Translation: I ran out of money.
Buy some more characters, man. Let's go, man. See, Leonardo. Look at Leonardo.
Yeah, see, look, that nigga was able to write a Bible. See? Come on, man. Strive to be like Leonardo.
Be like Leonardo. Let's go.
Leo
What's he talking?
100. We have another 50, but let's read this one first. We got Myron. Big respect to you. The Greeks and the Romans associated blondism with prostitution, and blondism is from Europe. With corn and OF being pedalized in the West, is possible that prostitution started in the West rather than the ancient world? You got.
They come to you for the prostitution questions, man.
It's the oldest profession. Yeah, I mean, it's the oldest. It's the oldest profession ever, bro. But I mean, I don't really understand. Like, what is he trying to say? Like, did it start from the West?
Hey, look here, player. Hoes been hoeing since since pussy was invented, player. Yeah. Hoes been fucking for goods and services since the dawn of time. Man.
Yeah, it's always been around.
Yeah, but they've all seriously. But like, pussy has always been exchanged for goods and services.
Yep.
It always will.
Whether directly or indirectly.
Yeah, it always will be. Yep. It's a form of currency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is. Bro, it absolutely is.
You can exchange it for goods and services. Yeah. That's what currency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like women always have that out if they need it.
Yes. It's like you got a magic, listen, every time a chick telling me she's broke, I'm like, dang, what's wrong with her pussy? She gets walking around with an ATM machine.
Yeah.
She can make some withdrawals. All right, what else we got?
Leo also said, lately I've noticed lesbian predicators going after lonely women. And I've heard a conversation where a lesbian was planting seeds onto another woman of leaving her family and husband. Thoughts?
I'm gonna leave this to Myron. I think Myron can take this one on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's a lot to unpack.
So look, this is what I'll say when it comes to bisexual women. It almost never lasts. Like if a girl's bisexual, what ends up happening is she'll deal with women for a phase.
Yeah.
And then she'll eventually get tired of it and go back to men.
Because women aren't horny enough to fuck with a woman's bullshit.
Yes. And not only that, but it's like women don't hold other women to the same standard in a romantic relationship. So like if two women are getting together, that other woman is kind of like agreed upon that like I'm not going to hold you to the same standard as a guy, right? So if a girl's bisexual, she might be okay with a girl that she's getting with, make it $50K a year. But if she's getting with a dude, all of a sudden she did $150K a year. So they're not going to hold women to the same standard because men naturally have to bring more to the table to get sexual access. Women don't.
And that's just fun. She's not going to get pregnant by this bitch.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she can fuck a broke bitch.
Yeah.
They're not going to have offspring.
No reproductive hazards in sight.
So only you got to be like real gay, like 100% gay to like be
only with women. It's so rare, bro. It's so rare. So and I honestly think when girls say they're bisexual, I think it's cap. I think a lot of them say that to make themselves more appealable in the sexual marketplace.
That should be working.
So I think it's because like if you left them to their own devices, bro, half these chicks, bro, they're not gonna go out here to a club and pursue bitches. Like, nah, man, they just do that shit because they know you like it.
Bitches don't even like women. Don't even like women.
No,
bro, they're always switching friends.
They're the biggest bro. All the girls that work for me hate women, bro. They're bigger bro.
Yo, you went to college, right?
Yeah.
You notice like the friend groups that started freshman year weren't the same friend groups, right? But most of the guys stayed friend groups, right?
Absolutely.
Women don't even like women,
bro. To this day, I was telling a story the other day about how like me and one of my childhood friends would call Chinese restaurants pretending to be the FDA and say that, hey, we got reports that your guys are cooking cats and dogs. Bro, that dude, I've been friends with him since I was 11 years old. And I texted him and told this story, and we still talk to this day. Like, men are able to maintain friendships for like a damn lifetime.
Yeah.
All my childhood friends, I'm pretty much still in contact with them, right? Yeah. My college teammates, same thing. Like, men don't go like through as many friend circles as women do.
And it's a little bit more just from like knowing a lot of women and see how they talk about their friends. It's like being a girl's friend. I feel like there's like mad responsibility to go. Like, I think a girl being friends with a girl is like fucking difficult. It's like she said this, and like you got to navigate all this shit. But like the homies, like you can go fucking months without talking to the homies. It's all good.
Yeah. And it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I mean, like I don't think there's studies that show this, but what I've noticed is like men in general tend to hold friendships longer than women do with their prime groups. Yeah, all you got to do is not try to fuck my bitch and like don't run if we get into a fight. Yeah,
we'll be friends.
Yeah, exactly. So the barrier is like you know to stay friends is so goddamn low versus for women like it's this bullshit.
But
all
a girl,
the time.
she left me on red.
Yeah,
she did this. You know, like if one of my boys leave me on red, I probably forget it happened. I probably won't even notice it. You know, I definitely won't fucking get crazy about it. Yeah.
So it's a completely different dynamic, man. You could link up with one of your day one buddies and y'all watch fucking Dragon Ball Z and reminisce, right? As grown ass men, women don't do that.
But so that's how women are. So two of them together, like in a relation, you know, think about all the bullshit a girl says to you, like that you got to navigate through, and like you know. And now imagine two of them doing it to each other,
so, bro. This is why they beat the shit out of each other, bro. They have the highest domestic violence rates.
Is that right? I get it, man.
Lesbians have by far them. Yeah,
I always, you know what, man, it's fun. Oh, and they had the highest divorce rates.
That makes sense. I didn't know that one.
It's way higher. It's not even close.
Okay,
right. And they had highest divorce rates.
Do you know the percentage by chance?
I'm even gonna pick that up, man. But
that's actually interesting.
It makes sense that they fight each other because it's not ramification. It's not the same.
Yes, they don't have the proper concept of violence.
Yeah.
They don't. Yeah.
And if they fight each other, like if a chick gets in a fight with a girl, beats up her girlfriend, she might not gonna lose her job. She's a woman beater, right?
Yeah.
She just beat a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is why they're way more violent.
But okay, so what did Nima? I ain't about to read that all that shit.
It says that in the US, 12.3% of lesbian couples divorce compared to 2% of gay.
So
men.
6 times more likely. They're literally 6 times more likely to divorce than a gay couple. That should tell you something.
And similarly in the UK, it's like 2.5 times more.
Well, how much more than a heterosexual company?
I can't find that.
Yeah, you figure it out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So 6 times as likely compared to their male counterparts. That's wild.
Yeah, man. Listen.
That should tell you everything you need to know. Bro.
Listen, man. You know, every time
that's why they call them gay, bro. Because like it used to be in like the 50s, right? Gay men marry and jolly. Yeah, bro, them niggas are gay because they don't got to deal with women.
They're just chilling.
And they make more money.
They make more, but no kids,
bro. Like I've been like this is a hot take, but I've said it before. Like gay men have higher net worths than heterosexual men.
Oh, for sure.
Like it's not even. Could you imagine, like, oh, I just go on Grindr, get my rocks off. I don't gotta pay nothing. We split every bill, like, bruh.
You know what I never understood was homophobia. Like it's funny. Like niggas gay. That shit is funny.
Yeah.
Right. But like, to hate a motherfucker, like we'll
yeah,
laugh.
yeah.
Right?
To hate them, yes.
Because I just be thinking like, yo, man. Because there's a gay dude in my family. I ain't gonna put him out. But man, his house was immaculate.
Oh yeah,
he dressed good. And then meanwhile, if you would have seen my crib when I lived alone, man, my girl went over. She was like, "What the fuck?"
Well, if you look at like every high cost, like every expensive city to live in, they always have a gay neighborhood. Why is that? And then when you go to that gay neighborhood, it's clean, it's safe. Like Harlem right now, right? It got gentrified. A lot of the people that were responsible for gentrifying Harlem are gay people.
Harlem mad gay now.
You know, like
I knew Cameron was wearing that pink for
I'm fucking with you. So yeah, man. So they definitely bring real estate.
We don't want to compete with them motherfuckers for women.
Yeah.
Because they motherfuckers be in the gym.
Yeah.
They be in the best shape. They fucking clean. They fucking got nice cribs. They like candles and bullshit like that.
A lot of expendable income.
Bitches like, we don't want to compete with them motherfuckers it's funny, but I don't understand the hate. You know what? I do understand the hate.
Yeah. My thing with them is my only criticism of the alphabet community is I just don't think they should be around kids. So like one of my stances is I don't think gays should be able to adopt children. That's one of my hard lines. Because I used to be fairly like, whatever. But this is something over the past like 2 or 3 years that I've pretty much started becoming solid on is like, I don't think gays should be able to adopt children.
I don't really care about homos or orphans. So I don't have a strong stance on that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I think when it comes to kids, that's my only gripe is like I don't think it should be out there in the public that kids can observe it, or I don't think that they should be able to adopt kids. But other than that, bro, do what you want.
Do your thing, man.
I don't care.
I think we got another super chat.
We have lean for thought repellent. Even CEOs ain't safe out here.
Hey man, yeah.
Oh, the astronomer shit. Yeah. Remember we got caught at the Coldplay concert? Oh, that's another one.
I put out there. I was like, yo, man, if he didn't duck, the worst thing he did at the Coldplay concert, the worst part about dude at the Coldplay concert with his bitch was that he ducked. He should have just stood there like a G. He might have got away with it.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
It wouldn't have went as viral. They would have
at all.
Yeah, they would have been like, oh, it's just a couple.
It's just a couple. Nobody would have thought to upload that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was just would have happened. You know, and also he looked like a bitch. Like if I was his son, I'd be upset that he's cheating on my mom and fucking up the family. But I'd be more upset that my dad out here looking like a bitch.
Good point, bro. If he didn't duck, we wouldn't know about it.
I put this in the video, but you remember. Okay, Charlie Sheen used to be the *1, the highest paid TV actor of all time when he was on the show 2.5 Men. During that time, he got caught in a New York hotel with a bunch of hookers and a bunch of blow.
Okay.
It was news for like a day, right? But nobody remembers about because Charlie was just like, yeah, man, I do this shit. He wasn't trying to hide or cover up.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man, I do this shit. This is how I roll. Right? You know what I'm saying? And he remained the highest paid actor for several more years after that. Did he give a statement to the media and say, yeah, this is what it is? Or like, did he just say, ignored it? Didn't say a word about it? Shit, man.
He just ignored it, right?
I think like TMZ, people hit him. What do you think? Yeah, man, that was me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he remained the highest paid actor on TV for years. He only got fired because he started talking shit about the CEO of the company. But bro, if you live your truth, man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you don't give a fuck, like people respect it.
Yeah, this is what I do, man.
Yeah.
Remember when Dana White slapped the shit out of his bitch?
Oh, yeah.
No ramifications.
Yeah.
This is what I do, man. My whole life's about fighting.
Yep. She hit me first, so I had to give her a reminder.
Anybody got a problem with it, go fuck yourself.
Yep. Yeah.
That's how you got to approach life, man.
Yeah. Facts.
Had he not ducked, he would have got away with it for sure, though.
Facts. That dude, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking Dana gave her the Sean Connery special. Bang! Hey, bitch.
Dana backslapped the bitch on fucking camera.
That shit crazy.
Nothing happened.
I forgot about that shit, actually.
Nothing happened.
I don't know how. He probably had some people bury that shit for him, bro, because he's connected.
Man, how could it be buried when it's out?
No, I mean, as in, like, he's got connections in the media world, like, hey, don't run this story so much, bro. Like,
you
know what I mean?
Yeah, so, probably didn't make it a big deal. But
yeah, that shit was wild. Nobody didn't care though.
Trump's at the UFC shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually nuts when you think about it, bro. Like he did not get that much backlash.
Nothing.
Shit,
you forget it happened, man. He smacked the shit out that bitch on camera.
I think it's because she hit him too.
She did hit him.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
So like,
yeah, I'll give you that. He wasn't just fucking her up for no reason.
Like he legitimately was kind of defending himself.
Yeah, they would listen, man.
I don't condone hitting women.
Into a fight,
but hey, man, like you guys want to have this feminism and egalitarian bullshit? That's equal rights, equul lefts, man.
Listen, I learned.
In this case, equal palms.
Listen, we all learn from Chris Brown, man. You can't fight. Bitches.
Nah.
You can't fight.
That's something that always pissed me off with the Chris Brown thing is like, bro, I read the police report. Rihanna was fucking his ass up, bro. Yo, they're in a Lamborghini. I don't know.
You ever met a chick from Barbados? Or the West
Caribbean chicks? Yeah.
The Caribbean chicks, man, they love to fight.
Yeah, bro. And the other thing too, people don't forget, like if you guys have never been in a Lambo, which if you haven't, like, bro, it's a very small, confined fucking space.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there like kind of like this and shit. So like when I think he was driving. And she was whooping his ass.
Fucking him up.
He couldn't leave. It was like fighting a gorilla in a fucking phone booth.
Yeah.
So you got this powerful ass car. You're trying to not like get fucked up. And she just whooping your ass. That's why he beat her back. Like, I'm not justifying violence.
Hey, man, you can't.
I don't condone it.
He shouldn't have did it. Not for moral reasons, but for self-preservation reasons.
Bro, people forget that
he was supposed to be fucking Michael Jackson. He was supposed to be the next Michael Jackson.
He was getting fucked up, bro. Like, and she was fucking his ass up. Like, now, did he retaliate way too hard? Yeah. But hey, man, you getting fucked up in a Lambo.
Listen, I don't know how I react if I was fucking 17 in a Lambo.
Yeah.
Listen, if I had millions of dollars at age 17, if I was rich and famous at 17,
you're right. Yeah,
I'd have got in way more trouble.
Yeah. Bro, I think one of the worst things,
the least fucking crazy thing I did, bro.
So hot take here, man. And I don't know if people are gonna agree with this. I think one of the worst things that could happen to you as a man is become a millionaire in your 20s.
Why is that?
You don't learn the prerequisite skills of what it used to take to be a millionaire. So like think like a lot of these niggas like made a couple million off crypto, but they got like no fucking life skills. Like it used to be for you to become a millionaire, you had to understand real estate, you had to understand stocks, you had to understand working hard, you had to understand delayed gratification. You had to learn all these tenements to build wealth. But now that we got the internet and we got, crypto and shit, a lot of retards have become rich, right?
Bro.
If you look, so one thing I noticed, right, because I study all these different demographics. Young men now, bro, their role models are fucking retards. Like, if you look at like the biggest creators that young men look at, Kai Cenat, FaZe Clan, AMP, all this other shit. Bro, you watch this content, it's mindless retard nigga content.
I never watched none of you motherfuckers, but I'm old. I'm not the target demo. I have no idea what they do.
Bro, they don't do shit, right? It's just a bunch of nonsense. Then I look back at like my role models. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone,
fucking
like
James Bond.
action heroes and shit.
James Bond, Lex Luthor.
But like you had like these like action figure motherfuckers, right? So like you wanted to emulate that, but now their role models are, and I think this is why Andrew Tate became so big, because he kind of was like one of the last people that was big, as like super huge, that embodied these things. Obviously, that was dangerous though. That's why they canceled his ass, right? But that's like another thing as well, is like we got a lot of guys. It's like cool to be stupid. That's what I'll say. It's cool to be a fucking retard and not understand what's going on, or not be have any wherewithal of how the world works or any of that shit, because it's like make moronic content and people would rather watch that than educate themselves.
You know what's funny, to your point? I think if you fuck around and get rich without building discipline first, now you put yourself in a position where you can fuck your life up more.
Yes.
Because now you got leverage.
Bro.
You got power, influence. And
it's like a kid with dynamite.
Yeah, exactly.
It's literally like a kid with dynamite, bro.
Yeah.
So I genuinely think that becoming a millionaire or becoming wealthy in your 20s as a man is actually a death sentence for you. Unless you got like some crazy father figure, or like you got a mentor that's holding your hand along the way, bro, you're gonna be bound to fuck up, bro.
If you don't have discipline, you will really fuck yourself up.
Yep.
You will really fuck yourself up if you don't have discipline, because I've seen people get to the bag, right? And then what they start doing, they'll make some money, put down payments on cars. Right now they got a crib, and all this lifestyle inflation, but then shit goes wrong.
That happened a couple years ago in Miami. How many crypto bros came down here with the boom, right?
Yeah.
The niggas are all gone now.
A lot of them is gone, right?
So
yeah.
They might be coming back now because it's back up again.
They might be coming back. But it happens like that. Man. You gotta have, I just think about even if you get to it, you won't be able to sustain it without discipline. Because me, man, I'm gonna be asleep at 10:30, 11 tonight, right? Wake up at 5:36 in the morning and start working. And you up working, but like we rich.
Yeah.
So how many guys would be millionaires in Miami doing that, right? Because we want more. We're more ambitious, right? It's like what happens is you stop doing the things that got you there. It doesn't just stay. Yeah, it's like a lawn left untended. It's a
curse, bro. Yeah, it's really a curse, man. So that's kind of what it is. Is like competency is no longer a prerequisite to acquire wealth. Which is, if you're a woman, whatever. But if you're a dude, bad.
Yeah.
Very bad, because you don't have a safety net as a dude. Like a chick can always find a rich guy, and kind of all the female billionaires are inherited. Look at Jeff Bezos' wife. She wore like 30 million. That didn't come from her. Every dude she dated before her had money, and she was able to climb the social ladder.
Fucking real money.
Yeah,
she was dating NFL players, and she got kids with NFL players.
That money isn't hers. Fuck out of here, bro. Like all the women that are wealthy, 9 out of 10 times, bro, they inherit it from family or from a divorce. Because bitches are lazy.
That's a solid wealth creation plan.
Yeah.
What else we got for super chats?
We have Nav. Brandon wants to wear a yarmulke. Myron, would you wear it with him?
I knew it, bro.
No, because
I knew it was gonna be a matter of time.
Nav, shout out to them. It's because I was talking about I was at my boy's wedding. He's Jewish, and I was like, man, what do I do with this little hat? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to stick. I don't have no adhesive. They clip it into their heads, so I just ain't wear one.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't put it. Well, you didn't put one on.
Nah, I asked my boy. I texted another Jew friend. I was like, yo, man, here's the situation. And he was like, nah, you good.
Yeah, it's dangerous for me to put this on. Might not stick on. Hey man, that's good, bro. The next step is they try to get you that free trip to Israel and kiss the wall, if you know what I'm saying. That's what they be doing. So they got the Nelk niggas, man, and then next thing you know, they fucked up, bro. They were fucking over here with the wall, like, oh yeah, with the fucking wailing wall, man. Shit's crazy. That's how they get you, bro.
Or with the girls, because there's some bad bitches over there.
They either Epstein you or they wall you. It's one of the two.
Yeah. You know what? How many super chats we got? All right, I want to get into it. All right, we're gonna get to them. But I want to run this. My fault, buddy. I want to run this theory by you.
Yeah.
All right. So a lot of people wonder, why does the U.S. get involved with all of Israel's conflicts? Right? People wonder that. I feel like people are asking that question all the time. They don't know why. I feel like you have some ideas.
Before we get into this topic, you motherfuckers better like this goddamn video.
Yeah, you should like the video.
You guys need to like this goddamn video. All right.
I got a theory. All right. And I didn't come up with it myself, right? I got it from I know this dude. He owns a PE firm, right? Private equity firm. Like he manages like billions,
bro.
Listen,
no, I'm just laughing because that's what they do.
Right.
That's
he's not.
Oh, he's not one of them.
He's actually from Utah. He's a Mormon.
He's a Mormon. Yeah. Okay, but I guarantee you his whole industry, bro. Private equity is a fancy way of saying loan sharking, bro.
All right.
But yeah, go ahead.
Check this out. So he does private equity, but he has to manage that much money. You got to know,
of course,
macroeconomics.
That industry is dominated by our friends.
And what he told me was, he said, "Listen, man, in 1971, Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard, right? Meaning it's not backed by gold anymore, right? Because they knew he was bullshitting with the gold, right? So what they did was later on, I just have my notes. I want to make sure I don't say
no, you good,
right? Later on in the 70s,
petrodollar.
There was the agreement where all oil had to be sold in dollars.
Yes,
right, or price.
We struck that deal with the Saudi Arabians,
with dollars, same as in other oil producing countries, most of them, right? And every time some country tries to sell oil in another currency, bombs get to drop. You know what I'm saying? Like for example,
no, keep going.
Iraq. Saddam Hussein was trying to do some shit with oil in euros, like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So what they said, weapons of mass destruction.
Yep.
And then now who said, hey man, they 2 weeks from having enough uranium to make a bomb, right? They're 2 weeks from having a bomb. Maybe he just don't know the difference between weeks and decades. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, seriously.
My whole fucking life, I'm
Bro.
40 years old. My whole fucking life, they've been 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
Right. But, you know, whether he believed it or not, I think America wanted to go fuck up Saddam because he's trying to sell oil in fucking euros. Because that's the only thing backing up the dollar is the world's reserve currency.
Yep.
The fact that all oil is sold and priced in dollars. Mm-hmm. Right. So countries have to hold dollars and shit. You know,
yep.
It's the only thing making it the world's reserve currency. If we fucking lose that, shit goes kind of haywire here for all of us. You know?
Yep.
All right. So they fuck up Saddam. Said he, you know, fucking Bush and Cheney said he had weapons of mass destruction. They had shit, you know, right?
They try to link him to 9/11.
Yeah, try to link him to 9/11. Yeah, all right, whatever, man. Libya.
Yep. Gaddafi. He was trying to do some African currency for oil. What happened to him, man? He ain't no Gaddafi. Nope.
Libya went into chaos. We backed the governments.
Yep.
That we backed
slavery. The militias that destabilized them. Yep.
Iran.
NATO.
Iran is trying to do that shit. Well, before I even get into Iran, Venezuela. They don't have as much oil as the Middle East, but they got a lot of oil in South America, you know. And Venezuela was like, yo, they was trying to sell oils in motherfucking yen.
Yep. Sanctioned.
Fuck out of here, man. Sanctioned into oblivion.
Yep.
Right. Their economy is in ruin.
Cooked.
And America supported the militias over there to fuck them up, you know.
The anti-Maduro people.
Yeah. Then we got Syria. Right? Syria in 2006, man, signed a deal to trade outside the dollar system with Iran and Russia.
Mm-hmm.
U.S. response, we backed the militias that were against the Syrian regime.
Yep. Sunni Muslims, ISIS, all the people that were opposing the Assad regime. We 100% the Kurds,
and they're heavily censored. It's like Syria's fucked up. Syria's not a place you want to live, right?
Arab Spring in the 2010s, and then we were there backing all the groups that wanted him out gone. So yeah,
Russia got a lot of oil.
Yes,
there's a lot. It's a huge country, right? It's like the only country, to my knowledge, it's the only country that's on 2 continents. Europe is on Europe.
Yeah, I think 11 time zones.
Yeah,
it's
crazy, fucking like gigantic. Yeah. So there's a lot of fucking oil over there, right? Russia began selling oil and gas in other currencies. You know what I'm saying? And they got sanctioned. They got sanctioned like a motherfucker, all types of shit. And what we backed, it's like a proxy war, right? We giving all that money to Ukraine and all that shit. And you know, they've been trying to get around it for a minute. Yep. You know, you remember who was the first Secretary of State under Trump's first Secretary of State?
What year?
When he first jumped?
Oh, the 2016.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I tell you, don't even trip. Rex Tillerson.
Okay.
You know where Rex's job was before that?
What was it?
I don't know how this qualifies you to be Secretary of State, but he was the CEO of ExxonMobil.
Oh, bro. Yeah, man. Yo.
And Russia, and he had got Russia's equivalent to the Medal of Honor, like the highest civilian honor.
Yeah,
because Russia got a lot of fucking oil, man.
Yeah,
and Exxon been trying to get that oil up out of there for mad long. Rex ain't get it. Rex got fired. He couldn't make it happen, you know. But now Iran has been also trying to sell oil in other currencies.
Yeah, they kind of get around the sanctions because we've been sanctioning them for a minute.
Yeah, but they want to go harder.
Why BRICS is around, honestly.
Yeah, and I think this is a theory, but it came from my fucking billionaire I know, and I researched it and backed it up. I don't even know how much America gives a fuck about what's happening to Israel as much as we, just like in Iraq, we use Israel as an excuse to fight motherfuckers who selling oil in different currencies. That's a theory.
Okay,
I want to run it past you. I don't know. You study this shit more than me.
Yeah, no worries. So my position on this is that, and before I say what I'm going to say, this is my take on this. Opinion. Yeah, this is my take on
what he's about to say.
Yeah, so don't, guys, whatever I say here, don't attribute that to Brandon. But
yeah, and we're talking about Israel, the country.
Yeah. So, not the Bible and all this other shit. So, okay,
not the religion, not the people, just Israel, the country, and Netanyahu in there.
So the first thing I'll say is that we have people that are pro-Israel, aka known as Zionists, in very high positions of power with overrepresentation that a lot of people don't know, right? There's a bunch of high-level government officials that are either Zionists and or dual citizens and or have some type of affinity to Israel, where we are going to back them no matter what. And the reason why they get so much support is because of the Zionist lobby that we have in America. AIPAC is one of them, but there's many others that people don't know about. And these lobby groups are able to kind of get around American laws when it comes to Foreign Agent Registration Act. And they're able to, because if you donate money on behalf of another government to influence our politics, you have to register that. But these Zionist lobby groups don't have to do that. They're basically exempt. So what that allows is for damn near unprecedented levels of lobbying for a foreign country. And then on top of that, the politicians that make this legislation are paid by these individuals as well for their campaigns. So what ends up happening.
That's why Ted Cruz was saying all that bullshit. He a slimy man. He always knew he was a slimy motherfucker.
I'm glad you saw that interview. So like that interview right now, imagine multiplying that by 100 for the senators, then multiply by another like 400 to 500 for the Congress. And you get to a point where 90% plus of our elected officials are taking AIPAC and or Zionist lobby money. So and here's the thing, the Zionists are single issue donors. They'll basically say, look, bro, I don't give a fuck about abortion. I don't care about the economy. I don't care about inflation. I don't care. Just protect Israel.
Remember when Ted Cruz said, man, it says in the Bible.
So like for you as a politician, it's really easy for you to say, okay, cool, I'll vote for bills that will support Israel. I don't care. Whatever. Right. So that's kind of how they've been able to get away with this for so long. Right. But October 7th happens. And what ended up happening was October 7th occurred and the whole world was on Israel's side. They're like, damn, this is terrible. You know, we got innocent people dying, which, you know, obviously I always condemn the death of innocent people at militia groups.
For sure.
But what ended up happening, and this is why it backfired on them, was Israel gave a asymmetrical response. That was way too fucking aggressive.
They went mad hard.
They went super hard.
They went too hard.
They started bombing the fuck out of Gaza. And this is 2023. People got smartphones now. People got cameras. So they started documenting all these people getting blown up and all these kids getting killed. Next thing you know, the world shifts on Israel. Why are they doing this? How are they doing this? The most important part is the how. So people start researching. What is our relationship with Israel? How did this conflict start? Because before October 7th, no one knew about this shit. Right? No one questioned this stuff. They've been able to operate in the shadows. Hey, here's some money, politician. Here's some money. Just protect Israel. Right? That's how we ended up in the Iraq War. But I'll come back to that later. This is a very
in the Iraq War. Right? I know he was a big part of it. He came down talking that bullshit. Well, at some point I always thought at some point we got a motherfucking call bullshit. It's been 2 weeks for fucking 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. Anyway, man, I think they wanted to go to war anyway, and it was just another excuse.
Yes, but you got to ask yourself why. So
oil.
Yes. No, I'll tell you why.
Was pricing oil. Well,
so if you want, Google clean break memo.
Okay.
Clean break memo, if you don't mind.
I don't know if I want that shit in my search.
Oh, it's on Wikipedia. It's completely public knowledge. Like this isn't. So, and this paper, right? And I always cite this paper because it's very important so that people know that this was the plan from the beginning. So this paper, written in 1996 for Benjamin Netanyahu, was a paper that discussed the strategy to secure Israel's position in the Middle East, right? In perpetuity, because Israel's been involved in several wars throughout the Middle East, and they realized like, okay, in order for us to exist, we're going to have to start preemptively striking and destroying our enemies. And there were, I think, 7 countries on this list: Iraq, Iran, Libya, Syria, Yemen, Lebanon, Sudan, Egypt, a bunch of countries. Well, not Egypt, but a bunch of these countries. So what's basically happened since 1996 is we've seen each and every single one of these countries either be destabilized through war or be bribed by the United States to recognize Israel as a state through like the Abraham Accords. So one way or another, they're getting compliance in the Middle East. And the reason why they're able to do this is because of our backing. We give Israel roughly $4 billion a year in military spending, right? So they would, and 70% of their weapons come from us. So this paper outlines, that was the plan from the beginning, was to destabilize the Middle East. So when they go here and they say, oh, we got Saddam Hussein because of weapons of mass destruction. No, the real reason we went after him is because the people that were in Bush's administration were Jewish Zionists. A lot of them, aka neocons.
They were getting money from they just wanted to do it, or they were getting money from the lobbyists.
They're neoconservatives, right? But really what it is a lot of them were Jewish neocons, like, and they were in the government high position. So like the person that wrote this paper, Richard Pearl, Douglas Feith, Wolfowitz, whatever, a lot of the architects of the Iraq war were basically Jews.
So my oil currency theory doesn't hold any credence?
No, it does. Okay. This is why it was important.
Okay.
We didn't benefit from the oil, but Israel did. They get roughly 80% of their oil from Iraq. From the Kurds up north. And the Kurds were beefing with Saddam. Right? So that's the justification they use. They try to link Saddam to Osama. It was bullshit. It's not true. Many don't know this, but like Osama and Saddam actually were enemies. They didn't like each other. Yeah. And that's a whole other story with Operation Desert Storm. But to keep things nice and concise here, the reason why we attacked Iraq and invaded Iraq and destabilized Iraq is because they were a huge threat to the security of Israel. They had a competent military. They hit with them with Scud missiles, etc. So we had to get them out of there to allow Israel to exist in the security. And in the Clean Break memo, Saddam was pretty much number one on the list that they need to get out of there. So to go back to how people came up to this, like how people are waking up to this topic. So October 7th happens, like I said, and people start getting exposed to this conflict in the Middle East. Yeah. Right. And what happens is people start researching. And as people start researching, they start to discover the dark history of Israel and how it became the colonial apartheid ethno-state it is today, cosplaying as a democracy. Yeah. And then something pivotal happened. November 2023, a document called The Letter to America goes viral on TikTok. And me and you discussed TikTok before. TikTok has like unprecedented levels of like virality. Yeah. If something starts to go viral, it's very hard to stop it. And this Letter to America was a letter written by Osama bin Laden. And in the letter, he goes through systematically all of his grievances with the United States and why they attacked. And one of the main reasons and main grievances was our support of Israel and how our foreign policy enables and allows and arms Israel to wage war on all of their enemies, killing innocent Muslims all across the Muslim world. That was one of his chief complaints. Now, why do we not know about this? Well, back in the early 2000s, when all we had was mainstream media, nothing else, the mainstream media purposely suppressed it. And the reason why, the excuse they gave was, we don't want this letter out because we don't know if he put code in here to activate sleeper cells. It's a national security threat. That's what they used. Yeah. Right? So they suppressed it. Fast forward 20 years later, now you got people that weren't even alive during fucking 9/11. Yeah. Sharing this letter. Like, oh my God, it's like a profound discovery. So it goes viral. Within a couple of days, they're axing it off TikTok. They're censoring it. They don't want people to see it, blah, blah, blah. And what that letter basically did, unfortunately, right, was it allowed people to see the dark, unfortunately for the Israelis, it allowed people to see that the reason why we get attacked by these jihadists and these Muslim extremists is because of our foreign policy. And the reason why this is so profound is because for decades, they told us they hate us because we're free. They hate us because we have a democracy. They hate us because they're radical Muslims that want to destroy the world, right? That's the lie they've been saying forever. But when you look at this letter, it's a very well thought out, articulated list of grievances, but the American public never saw it. So when it did come out 20 years later, there was shock and appall. Yeah. Why the fuck did they not put this out there? So this made people start to really question our relationship with Israel. And then you fast forward, we see them bombing kids every day. Yeah. We see them waging wars against Lebanon. We see them waging wars against Syria and destabilizing it. We see them go, preemptively striking countries. We see them, with false flags. So everything that Israel's done over the past 100 years now, not 100, but like, you know, since like 1917 when it was the Balfour Declaration, has come into question, and it's all coming to light now, the dark history of that nation. So, and the Zionist lobbies are scrambling. You got the ADL and, you know, these other pro-Zionist lobbies, and they're trying to suppress the information. They're trying to ban TikTok. They got it banned for a day. A lot of people remember when TikTok got banned for 24 hours? Guess who was behind that? The Zionist lobby. A guy named Jonathan Greenblatt from the ADL lobbied so fucking hard to get it taken down. And he's correct, because he went over to the Knesset, which is like their equivalent of like Congress, and he testified. He's like, look, dude, we got a serious problem on our hands, because Americans, this is no longer like a anti-Semitism by race or demographic
it's
issue.
the government.
He said it's an age issue. He said that the American youth are starting to get woken up to this stuff because of TikTok. So he was like, we need to fucking put reins on TikTok. So him, alongside a bunch of other lobby groups, were able to get TikTok taken down for 24 hours. And then when it did come back, you couldn't type hashtag Free Palestine. You couldn't put watermelon emojis. You couldn't put anything that would be symbolizing like freeing Palestine. And the
watermelon is Free Palestine?
Was that?
Watermelon emojis?
Because they're flag colors. Red, white, black, and blue. So it's a way to get around the censorship, putting watermelon emojis.
How you think Trump is handling this? Because I know it's your man.
Very poorly.
Yeah.
Very poorly. You know, so he's in a rock at a hard place, right? Because the problem with Trump is, if he did not get the support that he got from a woman named Myron Matelson in the Zionist lobby, right, he would be in prison right now. 100%. If he didn't win this election, it was do or die. That federal case out of here in Miami with the document case, I think that was a strong case against him. They had him dead to rights, dude. So he needed to become president. Otherwise, he'd be in prison right now as we speak. On espionage charges too, which he would die in prison.
Really?
So I'm able to empathize, right? And say, look, he took the money from Myron Matelson. He was in the middle of a bunch of lawsuits. And on top of that, 4 different criminal cases.
Yeah.
He knew this was do or die. He's got to basically do what he has to do now, that on what he told them he would do. Because people don't know this. Like Bill Ackman and a bunch of these left-wing Zionists, they got around Trump because he would support Israel. So you got people that are on the left that would never vote for Trump. Never Trumpers, like Ben Shapiro and shit like that.
Yeah.
Now they're rallying against Trump because they know.
What, Ben Shapiro's on the left? I thought he was.
No, he was a never Trumper. He's a conservative, but he was a never Trumper.
Got it.
He didn't like Trump.
Okay.
But the reason why he's supporting him now is because Trump vowed to be more aggressive against Iran and shit like that. So that's why they put him in power. So, and that's what I mean when I say a lot of these Zionists are single issue voters. Like, they don't really care about the United States. I just need you to keep Israeli interests at heart.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah. I threw a lot out there.
No,
so
we got a lot. You know, like, speaking of Trump, I want to get some of these super chats in a minute. I know. But I can't let you leave without asking you about the Epstein files.
Sure.
How you're conservative, right? I'm not a liberal or not a conservative. I'm just a guy, right? So I'm conservative about some things. I'm liberal about other things, right? Like I love guns, but I wish more people would get abortions. You know what I'm saying?
I see. You're probably more of a centrist politically.
Yeah,
if I had to put you somewhere,
for sure. Because
you're probably conservative economically, but then you're actually probably on social situation, probably more conservative than maybe with some whatever.
I don't know. It's for some issues.
Some things are right on, some things you're left. Yeah, so you're a centrist.
Man, you know, so I'm centrist, right? But you're a conservative.
Yeah.
You know, so didn't y'all really want the Epstein files? I wanted the Epstein files to come out. I'm in the center. I was like, yeah, man, Trump. I was like, all right, Trump's going to give us the Epstein files. How did you feel when he said, "Nah, I ain't doing that shit"?
Oh, he's getting a lot of backlash from his base.
Yeah,
a lot. You know, but look, for me, I knew they were never going to come out.
Yeah,
because and the reason why I knew they were going to come out is because I follow JFK, right? So like one of the things that I really do enjoy doing covering is the JFK assassination. And it took them 60 years to give us JFK.
Yeah.
Right. We still don't have 100%. We got like 90% of it now. They just did a big declassify a couple months ago. But based off the precedent that was with JFK and them not releasing, and by the way, the conspiracy theorists were verified. Israel was absolutely involved in the death of JFK. Now we can say that as a fact. Whereas versus before, it used to get banned for saying that shit, but now it's all out there. When I saw how they handled JFK, I was like, there's no fucking way we're going to get Epstein in this life, like in the next, like now fully. And the other reason why I knew that they wouldn't get it is because people need to understand that, okay, So in the government, right, you have law enforcement, then you have intelligence. A lot of people are mad at Pam Bondi, the Attorney General of the United States, Kash Patel, the director of the FBI, and Dan Bongino, the deputy director of the FBI. They're like, what the fuck? Like, why aren't the documents classified? Well, when they say we don't, we can't release it, we don't have all of it, they're kind of telling the truth. And I'll explain what I mean by this. So to understand this, we got to know who Jeffrey Epstein was. Jeffrey Epstein was a guy who basically came into a lot of money that he got from another billionaire named Les Wexner. And he was a financier. No one knows how the hell he made this money, how the hell he was living in New York as a guy that was a math teacher with not even a college degree. How's he around all these billionaires, whatever, right? So once you understand that, then you can get to the next part. He was an asset for Israeli intelligence, compromising people of power, right? Now, just due off of the fact that he was a person who was collecting intelligence for a foreign intelligence service means he's going to fall under the radar of the CIA. The CIA deals with all foreign intelligence. The FBI deals with domestic intelligence. So when people are putting Bongino and Pam Bondi and all their feet to the fire, rightfully so, but people are missing a big part of the pie where the intelligence community also needs to be held accountable here. CIA, the NSA, etc. Because based off of what Epstein was doing, I know that he's hitting multiple different intelligence gathering jurisdictions where the FBI's files are only going to give us a part of it because they ran a criminal investigation on him. But this is completely independent of the intelligence on him. And this is the stuff that's classified that we need. Because for those that are wondering about the criminal case, it's all out there. Ghislaine Maxwell went to trial. Since she went to trial and she lost, all those exhibits are public. So it's not so much that we need the Epstein files from the FBI. Rather, we need the high side stuff from the FBI, aka the classified stuff. And then we also need the high side stuff from the entire intelligence community. So I've been like, and I don't blame anybody for not understanding this because the government is purposely bureaucratic and confusing like this on purpose to make it harder for the American public to kind of trace back how they need to get information. Had I not been an agent with HSI for so long, I would have fell into the trap of, let's go and tell the FBI to declassify. No, they don't even have the authority in many ways to declassify everything because even the stuff that they have, let's say they have CIA documents, right? Which they probably might. They can't release that without the express consent of the CIA. You cannot share classified information from another agency without getting concurrence from that agency. And they purposely make it difficult and bureaucratic like this to avoid accountability of declassifying documents. So what I tell people all the time is focus less on Pam Bondi and Kash Patel. Obviously still hold their feet to the fire and tell them, give us our shit. But someone like Tulsi Gabbard, the director of national intelligence, the DNI, she's responsible for the entire intel community, which includes the FBI, by the way. So the FBI has to answer not just to Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, but they also have to answer to Tulsi Gabbard because
so if she wanted to, she could.
Bingo. If we want everything with Epstein, she's the real person that we need to grill.
But it's not going to happen.
Probably not, because most Americans won't be able to trace this back and figure out, number one, what we need. Number two, why we need it. And then number three, most importantly, who's going to be able to give it to us in totality. It's going to be Tulsi Gabbard.
And you have proof that, like, I trust you if you say, but that he was an intelligence asset for the
Israeli intelligence. And let me be very clear about this, because whenever people say this, they think, oh, was he a spy? Was he like James Bond? He had like a fucking bow tie and it was like a camera in it. No, guys, being an intelligence asset doesn't mean that you're employed by the agency. You got a secret code. You're meeting up with people. Dude, it can literally be as simple as he goes and meets with a powerful billionaire. He calls someone over from the Mossad. Hey, he's here right now. And then he walks out. That's how little you need to do as an asset, right? Like all he has to do is provide information, maybe give some relevant stuff that the intelligence services are looking for. Because I'll give you an example.
Listen, I definitely believe you because, the first time he got on trial, first time he was trial for like molesting like fucking 100 people, he got like probation. Remember, like it's unheard of.
Like the way he's been able to avoid detection for so long and shit.
Like that had to come from somewhere, right?
100%.
Don't happen.
Like the attorney, the United States attorney from like down here in Miami, was a guy named Acosta back then. He was told himself to stand down because he was intelligent. So I want people to understand, like, just because someone's an intelligence asset doesn't mean like they're like a secret agent running around doing shit.
He's not running around like
it could be a simple. I'll give you an example. So like there was this, I forget which case this was from. But there was a guy that was a dude that fixed copy machines, right? and I forget which intelligence service recruited him. But the long story short was this guy was fixing a copy machine that was in a building that makes copies of classified documents. So they recruited this guy to go in there and fix the copy machine, but also be able to make like a copy of everything that's being made a copy by the agency. So now all of a sudden, what is this copy machine fucking repair guy an asset now all of a sudden? Technically he is. So I tell you that example to kind of let people understand that, like, don't have your hopes up high. Like, being an intelligence asset really doesn't require much. You just need to be able to get them certain things that will allow them to get information later. This is why, like, when it comes to intelligence, a lot of the times when you look at like some of these classified documents, you're like, why the fuck is this classified? They're saying it's not that the document is classified. It's classified because the way they got the information is what makes it classified, because that's what they're concerned with. They don't want to burn their sources. So even if the information is some bullshit that's public knowledge, they could justify classifying it at a high level because the way they acquired it at the time could reveal sources.
I know you said that chick who was in charge of the NSA and
Tulsi Gabbard. Yeah.
But couldn't Trump just do it? Like, he's the commander in chief. No?
Of course. Yeah, he's the one. He's the
Couldn't
one.
he just snap his fingers and do it?
Well, the thing is with Trump, right? So he kind of has like a hands-off approach when it comes to a lot of this stuff. And he relies a lot on his cabinet to do things for him. So, and he doesn't trust the intel community. So Tulsi Gabbard's job is to brief him on everything. So yeah, like, of course he's going to be the one that has the final say. Yeah. But Tulsi Gabbard's going to be the one that actually has the stuff. Yeah.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
It sounds like you defending Trump. Like, he could just do it.
He could, but no, he absolutely, well, he's the only one that can. What I'm saying is that the buck stops with him, but the buck doesn't begin until Tulsi Gabbard starts to train. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, because she's the one that oversees all these agencies. And Trump, after all the bullshit he's dealt with, he doesn't trust the intel agencies.
What you said makes sense when you said it doesn't start with him, but
no, but he's still fucking up. Yeah, he's the final. No, right? He's the final. Bro, he's the final decision maker. Like, this is a big fuck up. Like, don't get it twisted.
Okay.
Like, I'm not over here saying like, yeah, Trump is great. Like, it's not his fault. No, it's 100% his fault. I'm just saying the American public is pointing at the wrong fucking people. Like, or excuse me, they're not pointing at the wrong people. They need to point at more people. I'm adding to this.
Okay.
If y'all want,
then that's skate.
So like, if
I just want to make clear.
Because the American public wants certain information. Right? They want, was he a spy? Who was he getting paid for? That's the reality. Who's on the list? Bro, you ain't going to get that all from the FBI. That's going to come from the entire intel community. There's like 30 agencies in the intel community. And who oversees them? Tulsi Gabbard.
So why do you think Trump doesn't tell this bitch to just give me the files, just put it out? Why do you think? Because he can.
There's probably, my estimate, typically when they don't classify stuff, is there's stuff in there that's considered national defense information, NDI, that would compromise both the United States and I think guaranteed Israel as well. And I think right now, given the horrible publicity and press that Israel's been getting, they probably want to do everything in their power to not get that file out. I also find it interesting how the day that Trump said, yo, there's nothing in there, was the day that Netanyahu visited for like the third time in 6 months. So, Israel's not very liked right now. This is why the Nelk boys got cooked on their interview yesterday. Like, whoever,
I know, I got Jewish friends with family in Israel who don't fuck with Netanyahu.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, so the people that dislike Netanyahu, most of the time, they don't feel as though he's doing enough to get the hostages back. And they're actually right in that. Because another fun fact, Israeli media reported this like back in 2023. Netanyahu had the ability to actually get all the hostages back on the 10th. So October 7th happens, right? Hamas kidnaps all these people. They were going to give the hostages back in exchange for Israel not going into Gaza and leveling it. Netanyahu refused, and they went in anyway and leveled it. But the reason why is because that allowed him to have the golden ticket to wage war, not just on Gaza, but on 6 other Middle Eastern fronts as well that he wanted destroyed anyway. And another fun fact, he was in the middle of a corruption trial when this happened. So he was able to effectively postpone his criminal investigation.
Oh, so his own country is
yes.
Wow.
He's under. He's in the middle of a since like 2016. He's been in the middle of a criminal case for bribery and corruption.
Is he a fucking king, or like why has he been fucking president or the prime minister my whole life.
Yeah, like he's had spurts where he wasn't prime minister, but he gets back in like a year or two later. So, but yeah, effectively speaking, he is the longest standing prime minister of Israel in history. He beat out Ben Gurion, the first guy. So he's by far been the longest. He's been had the reins for 30 plus years.
Do you give any credence to what Elon said about Trump not releasing it because he's in it?
I think that probably stems more from Elon's anger towards him.
Yeah, and he might have been off the ketamine.
And he obviously had an axe to grind with the big beautiful bill. He's all pissed off about that bill because it undid a lot of the shit that he did.
Sure.
So I could see why he had his grievances, but I
mean that's a strong allegation though. Like
it is
that ketamine. If it's not true, that ketamine had to been hitting super hard to say that shit about the most powerful man in the world.
It was fucking stupid. But what I think is I don't think he's in the files as a predator. But what I do think is that he's in the files in a way that might not be favorable. It ain't gonna help him.
That too.
Yeah,
I wanted you to say it because we're gonna sound like I'm just hating.
Well, and the reason why I'm so confident in that is because the Democrats had the ability to release this shit, and they hate Trump.
Exactly.
So that tells me that since his enemies who were in power didn't release it, that wanted him gone, because make no mistake about it, they indicted him 4 times. They wanted him cooked.
Yeah, they did it.
So the fact that they didn't release it tells me there's probably nothing in there that's a smoking gun against him.
Or this shit against the Democrats as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's like, we could do it, but we're gonna fuck us up.
Is it worth taking him down while all of us go down too? Nah, you know what? Maybe it's not.
Like that. Or both.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Neither. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Taking him down might not be worth everybody else going down too.
Exactly. We'll
just arrest him. We don't got to put this shit out.
Because if Trump's in there, Clinton's in there.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, Clinton,
the horniest motherfucker we ever met.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro was getting BJs in the White House. I respect it. Him and Kennedy were womanizers, hardcore womanizers.
Yo, man,
Kenny was sneaking bitches into the White House too.
Kennedy was a wild motherfucker. He was on all types of drugs the whole time. You
I didn't know he used drugs too,
bro. There's a book I read called I'll send you the title.
We're talking about JFK, not RFK, right? Because RFK had a drug problem.
I'm talking about JFK.
Okay, RFK Jr.
Like doctors come into him like it was like medical shit, but they was like giving him too much. Similar, not as crazy as what H-Man was taking.
Oh, okay.
He was on some wild shit.
Yeah, Mustache Man. Okay,
yeah, but it wasn't as bad as as crazy.
Did you know that JFK was a big fan of his?
A
lot of people don't know that. Yeah. He actually was a big fan of him, bro.
Let's get into some super chats.
We'll end it there. I think people know what we're talking about.
All right, we can just run it. You mind running through?
Yeah. Okay, Let's do it.
We're going to try to speed run them through them because I know it's late.
No, I'm good.
Trucking with Big G. Brandon, let me get a salute.
Oh, you want some Roman salute?
No, not on there. We're on YouTube.
I'm not gonna give my heart to you, man. I'm not on that.
Yeah, that's Rumble only chat.
We have One Chest 8-pack trucker.
Yes, my man.
Fresh could have really used your thought repellent last week when his guest was attacked by that. Did you see?
I seen that.
Yeah,
y'all got another podcast?
So Fresh shoots some stuff for his channel, but he'll like multi-stream it. Some chick fucking like attacked Mr. Organic.
I saw that, man.
I had no idea what the hell was going on.
I don't know. Yeah. Yo, this dude right here, he's
One Chest is one of my guys.
Yeah, he's in HGT too.
Yeah. He's a G.
He's a full-time trucker and he makes money.
Yeah.
As an online trainer too.
Yep.
He works 80 hours a week in that truck and still finds time to put out
one
content.
of my main guys in my community.
Come on, man.
Shout out to you, bro.
Listen, yo, if y'all want to learn how to grow your online fitness business, like One Chest 8-pack trucker and Myron and tons of others, I'm doing the live training tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will show you exactly how to grow your online fitness business for free. I'm gonna give you all the game. I ain't gonna sell you nothing. You're gonna want to buy something though, and I'm gonna say no. It's free. Hit the link in the description. All right, or somewhere. All right, what else we got? Shout out to you.
It's funny because he has a follow-up and he says, King Keto, I didn't tell you earlier, made $6K this week in my HTT online custom fitness business, coached by you and introduced by Myron. Shout out OSSS.
Nice.
Let's go. Yeah, I didn't see you on the call today. I was wondering, man, where you at, man? You up 6K, man. Let me get it. Let me take a photograph of that.
Brandon got receipts on receipts, man, of his success.
Word. Shout out to you, brother. What else we got?
We have Jake the California Wolf.
Okay.
Hey, Brandon, I've been watching your channel since you were in that tiny room teaching workouts. LOL. You were one of the first people I learned proper form from.
Awesome, man. Hey, man, glad. Congratulations. And I'm glad I can help, man. I'm glad I can help.
We have Meh. I've been looking to get into HTT remote sales, high ticket remote sales. Do you guys have advice for getting in touch with an entrepreneur with a good offer?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, for me, all my sales people we all hire for in-house. They're all students, and people ask that a lot, and I've never been able to find a really good answer for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, how to get the job. Yeah, I wish I could help. I don't know, bro.
All right, we have Greg. BBC, Andrew Tate, Myra Gaines, and A. Daniel are my goats.
Hey,
shout out to you, man.
Shout out to you, man. Good. Those are good picks. I don't know what the Aiden do.
And my guys that are watching on OSS, I'll figure it out. I don't know why it's like not picking up the camera. I think I don't know. I'll figure it out though when I get back, guys. But just keep going. My bad.
What else we got?
I believe this says Seuss Light. Myron affords his girl's entire lifestyle. How is he not paying the most?
I don't even know what that is. This slow.
I guess he means your girl don't work, or
these guys with their dumb questions. It's fine. Yeah. They'll just ignore this thing.
I don't know. My girl don't work.
Yeah, I mean, I've said this a million times. I don't think women should work.
Yeah, can you imagine some dude telling your fucking girl what to do all day?
Yeah, that's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So fucking
nah, man. Baller, listen, every fucking rich dude, his girl don't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, what's up?
We have 2G. Girl at work keep following me at work. You think she likes me?
That's the same guy from earlier, Myron. You're the pickup guy, so
bro, smashing girls where you work, bro, is a bad idea, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna see her every day is gonna put you in a bad spot, bro.
Yeah, you fucking around get fired.
Yeah, man.
For that shit.
And then you won't be able to send super chats at all. You're already struggling now, bro.
Yeah, you already should.
So
2G, you ain't got a job. Just chill out.
Yeah, man.
Stop lying.
Nigga can't even spell follow, man. This nigga wrote foiling.
This motherfucker trying to get us to believe that he got a job and a girl likes him. Sounds far-fetched.
Very.
Yo, I'm just fucking with him because he said he got roasted in the chat.
Yeah.
So now it's like we just
bro, they're
keep
cooking
doing
me.
it.
Help me out. I don't got enough characters though.
What else we got?
We have JR. 2G, make some more money than worry about a girl. At least make enough to make a full super chat. Don't be super chatting, then finishing
there you go. Now these niggas
chat.
are
Do better.
You put me onto the Stream Deck.
Yo, it's really good, bro.
I have it in my office. I use it to like put up apps or websites.
Oh,
I
dude,
use it for like
it's
productivity.
really good, man.
Yeah.
It's really fun, good, bro. It's like a great tool.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
Yeah,
I trade
with your.
I have another one, a small one. And it's like
you use it to do trades,
buy market, sell market.
Oh, nice
profit.
Yeah, you take it a whole other level. Yeah, okay. Most people use it just to stream. I didn't know you use it to trade.
Nah, I use it to trade, and then I have the big one. I use it just if I need to go. There's websites I go to all the time. Or,
you can use it to do even camera switches too if you wanted.
Oh shit,
you could do it with camera switches. Yeah.
Oh shit, with OBS.
Yeah, I think with OBS. Yeah,
Stream Deck.
StreamYard. I don't know if you could do it with StreamYard. I'm sure there probably is a way, but I know OBS. 100%.
Sure. All right.
Yeah.
What else we got?
We have It's See You. Shout out both of you. Thank you for being the masculine figures I needed in my life because my dad, was not it. Shaking my head. Definitely helped me go in the right direction in life as a man. Keep it up.
Hey, shout out to you, man. That's what's up.
And then we have Lee. What about where the Quran?
No, don't read the whole. Don't read that in its entirety.
I was not. I was going.
Just leave it up there. They can read. Yeah, let's just skip that. I'd rather just skip that. Hey, just listen. Muslims around the world, just want to make this clear. I'm a big fan. Got no problems with y'all. I got this Muslim right here. I hired him. Love him.
Yeah.
Love all of y'all.
Yeah.
No one's a bigger friend. No one is a bigger friend of Islam than me. I want to be clear about that.
Yeah, the bros is just sending in stupid shit like that, taking like one sentence, like, oh,
yeah.
That's why I always stay away from like, you know, the theocracy side of this conflict.
Yeah, that's
because
important.
yeah, bro, I keep it strictly. This is why I like when I have my criticisms and I talk about the things I talk about, I keep it super secular, bro. Yeah, because the problem is once you start involving that bit bullshit, then it's like, oh well, and this verse says this, blah blah blah. That's why I stay away from.
It's like if I say
shit.
France is doing some bullshit,
yeah,
you don't mean I hate Christians.
Yeah, bro.
If I say Italy's doing some bullshit,
Charlie Kirk be doing that shit. Like he'll immediately try to get the conversation into the theocracy side so that he could go ahead and manipulate. But I'm like, nah, bro, we're gonna straightly to geopolitics and the government.
People say that, man. You know, it's like when fucking Tucker and what's the fucking slimy senator from
Ted Cruz,
Ted Cruz, man.
Yeah, he used that
he kept trying to say, what about you saying about the Jews? I'm not talking about the Israeli government.
blessing the Israelis or blessing Israel, but what he doesn't realize is that's talking about like Israelis that aren't the modern ones today. So like that's the
country
problem.
didn't even exist,
bro. That's why I always stay away. Whenever they ask me some dumb shit like this about a Bible verse or a Quran verse, whatever, I'm like, bro, I'm not fucking with none of that. Let's talk about the real shit. Talk about
the real facts.
Yeah,
these government entities. I don't want
because they do that on purpose.
Yeah,
so that they can have like a little edge. Like, I know the book. Because what ends up happening is it becomes a battle of who memorized fucking scripts better. That's what it becomes.
Who memorized these fucking this shit from thousands of years ago better?
That's why even like when people talk about the Talmud and shit, I stay away from that shit, bro. Because I'm like, yo, you can openly interpret that however you want, and it opens up the door for bad faith debaters to like be able to find. They have a leg to stand on because now they can say, well, it's actually interpreted this way by this priest. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, no, I try to stay away from theology.
I agree.
Yeah. What else we got?
We have shaving cream energy drink.
Okay.
Brand and Fit, you guys got me into fitness and I'm in a way better shape now and also got my income up. Thank you. I love you, Fit, my A-Rap brother.
Got you, brother.
Hey, man, let's go. Let's get it. Shout out to you, man.
We're all done for the night. The rest are for Greg, but he's not on tonight.
Oh, shit. Greg, are we going to answer them Thursday? Greg's the
guy that you do the stocks with. You guys analyze the markets. Yeah,
I just know we was going to go into that.
Yeah.
Yo, anything you want to leave with or anything anywhere to check you out?
No, man. Guys, check me out on Myron Gaines X everywhere. I got my own private community called the OSS. You guys can join that, support free speech over there. I do exclusive streams over there. We cover certain documentaries that might be banned and I can't ever stream anywhere. So we talk about the Cookie Monster event and other stuff. So yeah, man, if you guys want to go ahead and check me out over there, Myron Gaines X on all platforms, Rumble, Kick, YouTube, Twitter. On Twitter, I be cooking all the time. And then on Instagram, it's Fed Reacts. Yeah, man, I go live Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. And then obviously you guys know we got Fresh and Fit as well. We do that Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Hey, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, man.
Yo, listen, guys. First of all, man, thank you.
Yeah, of course, bro. Great discussion. We covered everything.
Yeah,
girls, politics, war.
I wanted to because you've been covering so much more ground since when I met you. I was like, all right, let's dip into.
It's important. I hope I was able to educate your audience a little bit about Middle Eastern affairs because I think it's very. If people really want to understand the Palestine-Gaza conflict or they want to understand our foreign policy and how it's kind of run by Israel, you need to understand what's going on in the Middle East. Otherwise, you won't know because the politicians and the people that are doing the things that they're doing here. It's for Israel. But for you to understand why they're doing the things for Israel, you need to understand Middle Eastern foreign politics to a very significant degree.
I should have put that country in Canada.
Which country? Yeah. We should have just gave them a state here, bro. Like,
you should have gave them like Wyoming or some shit.
Like people don't understand like how much money and how much problems Israel costs us, bro.
We should have just gave them Wyoming.
They're like a badass kid that you gotta come in and they go into kindergarten, they fight all the other kids and they fuck up the thing. And the teacher says, hey, you got to stop doing that. They say, fuck you. And then you got to show up and apologize and pay the school the fee. That's what they are, bro.
We should have took over.
They're a nuisance.
We should have took over a part of Canada and gave them that.
Bro, I'm telling you.
We wouldn't have none of these problems. What are the Canadians going to do?
Yeah, give them like fucking some random province.
But shit would have been
Saskatchewan or some shit.
We wouldn't have none of these problems.
Yeah. No. Yeah, bro. Dude,
they put that shit in the wrong place. There's matter of fact, I think that's the worst place to put a country. If I was looking to put a country and I could put it anywhere, that's the last place I would pick.
Yeah. The other thing too, people got to understand, bro, is like, if you look at like every terrorist manifesto, right? Because I'm a big proponent of you need to know why your enemies hate you.
Mm-hmm.
It always comes back to our support of Israel, bro. Every time almost.
Should have just gave him Ontario. We wouldn't have had none of this.
Bro, we would have been good.
We
would be good. We'd be getting oil for 50 cents.
Fuck Canada.
Could you imagine, bro?
The fuck Canada.
And there's nothing up there in Canada anyway. They're already getting invaded by Indians.
The fuck they gonna
They can take some
man?
Israelis.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't gonna do shit. Anyway, man, whoever was president at the time was a bitch for letting that happen.
Facts.
Anyway, listen, hey. Tomorrow I'm doing a free training. I'll show you how to grow your online fitness business. It's gonna be free. It's gonna be live. I'm gonna break down the whole game for you. All you gotta do is hit the link in the description. It's gonna be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And you're gonna learn a lot. And it'll be cool for you to see if like online training is something you really want to do. Like Myron did, some of the my thousands of other students. That's how I made my first million. You want to know if it's right for you, or if you know it's right for you and you want to learn more about the game. This would be an opportunity to do it. And you can ask me as many questions as you want. You ain't even got to leave a super chat to ask me questions on that platform tomorrow. All right. I'll let y'all. Peace.